Hi, I'm Phil from Festool and I'm here with ITS TV. So, I want to talk to you about the TS55 REBQ, the plunge saw currently on the market. So, the benefits of using this machine are that we can achieve fine, splinter-free cuts in all types of materials. So, from laminated boards, painted materials, lacquered materials, we can cut solid timber, either hardwood or softwood, all with a single machine. So, anything green on Festool is going to have a function, and the function is a benefit to a user, and that's what I'll go through next. So, TS55, the depth control. FS is when you're working on our guide rail system. The blank part there is when you're working directly off the material. And all we need to do is to push this in and bring it up and set it to the correct depth that we're using it for. There's a small black turn button on top here, and that is for fine depth control. If you've had your blade sharpened and it's reduced the diameter, it means we can then reset the blade to the base of the machine. So accuracy is always maintained with this. If we undo the front and the back, we can then count this over through to 45 degrees. That's fairly standard. But on the rear of the machine, if we pull this out, we can then go to 46 or 47 degrees. Bring this back in, sets to 45. However, if we take it all the way back through to 0 and we pull this out again, we can then go to -1. Bring it back up, settles bang on, exact angle for straight cuts. So, to change the blade, using the fast fix system from Festool, make sure the depth control is plunged down, bring forward the fast fix lever and then plunge the saw till you hear the click. Each machine is supplied with the correct Allen key in the handle, and all we need to do is put that onto the spindle and the blade is already locked due to the fast fix handle. So it's basically this will change the blade. The days of putting 2 spanners on are long gone. It's quick and easy. Blade change will take you 45 seconds. Safety, key part of any Festool machine, and we use sequential operation. This needs to go forward before the trigger is pulled, and that means the machine will then fire up. So forward and then pull, and then we have power to the machine. Speed control, necessary in all machines nowadays for the type of materials that we cut, and we have speed control from 1 through to 6. Normally when using this machine, I just set it a little bit lower down. It means then that I have enough speed on the machine to have a nice fine cut. So, to sum it up, the TS55 can cut all types of material. We have speed control for different types of material, and we also have the correct blades available for different types of material. So the next stage is to show what this machine can do. I'm going to be using it on some melamine face chipboard, so on the upstroke of the blade you would think that this would split out. But because we're using a splinter guard, we can just take this out and we can insert the splinter guard. That can be held in position with a black screw, and then we can bring on the guide rail. The Festool guide rail system will fit TS55, it will fit the TS75 as well. However, you must make sure that it's clamped down in place, and we have several options to do that with. We could, for example, use the cam clamps. They just fit into the profile, and I can run these up to there, bring them up and clamp it in position. But I like to make my life a little bit easier. And within the Festool range, we have something called FS Rapid. Again, fits into the profile, non-slip strips, but trigger action, so it appeals to virtually anybody. All we need to do is to put it in the position of the dimensions we need to cut. We can then squeeze the trigger, and that's held in position. It's important your guide rail is always held in the correct position. And now we're ready to make a splinter-free cut. So a standard 27mm hose from Festool will fit the TS55. If you're using very dusty materials such as solid surface, then it would be a good idea to get the bigger hose at 36mm. That means you can pull more air through for the same size extractor and you achieve a high level of extraction as well. So when we come to make the cut, don't forget, splinter guard goes down onto the surface. So while it's in that position, when the blade is plunged for the first time, we're going to cut through the splinter guard. And again, to make life a bit easier, we can put a deflector on the back of the guide rope. And it now means my hose and my cable can quite easily run along here and not get caught up on the end. So, to fit my depth of cut, I'm going to bring this up to 22mm because I want to make sure I have at least one tooth come through the underside of the surface. And now we're ready to make the cut. So you can see we have a fine splinter-free cut on melamine surface using the TS55, and this is what it's all about. It's clean underneath and clean on top. If I move my guide rail over now, we'll see we also have a clean cut on this side. If we bring the two together, you'll see, you can hardly see where this machine's been cutting. That is the quality of the TS55. We can go a bit further though with this one. I'll do the same cut and then we'll bevel the machine over. Okay, so the next stage, unlike some other manufacturers, I don't need to turn the guide rail around. I can work off the same side of the guide rail, but still protect the integrity of my splinter guard. So we undo the front and the back, and I'll take this over to 30 degrees. We can just lock that into position. Increase the depth of cut by a little bit. And now we can plunge down on the same side. So, remove the guide rail. You can see, nice fine cut, but the guide rail edge is also in exactly good condition. It's perfect. 90 degrees, same side of the guide rail. So, to sum it up, the TS55 will give you fine splinter-free cuts. It will also plunge to a maximum depth of 55mm, and with the correct blade fitted, always give you high quality work. And this is available at ITS.